morning, everyone. Just headed northbound on Highway 97. Just left Wenatchee a little bit ago, 20 minutes ago. Well, longer than that, but we'll get there. It's not a boring day. It wasn't boring last night either. What happened to these boring days I was asking for? Last night it took us a while to get through customs. Apparently the broker got the paperwork Friday at 11:39 a.m. Eastern time. And yet, the paperwork wasn't ready for us. Customs guys in the background were making bets to see if I would be turning around or going through. The reason I know this is because of the disappointment. I'm like, in the background when I did get the approval to get through, he goes, I lost that bet. He goes, on a holiday weekend, I would have never thought that he was getting through. I'm like, well, he just lost his bet. He just goes, I shouldn't have bet on that one. So that was kind of funny. Yeah, it held us up about 45 minutes. Not bad, actually. We've had worse. So that got us. Luckily, we left early, a little bit early, to give us time for road conditions and stuff. So I only arrived about 15 minutes later than I wanted to. So we unloaded at 7:15 today instead of 7 a.m. today morning. But hey, at least we got it unloaded. We got a dispatch pretty much after that to go to Colville at Vaughan Brothers to load up there to go to Armstrong. So we started driving. 20 minutes in, it's all of a sudden got a message. The load fell through, so just to park and wait. Okay, we parked and waited. Now we've been told to start heading home, which could mean two things. We're going home now, or we're going across the border and then headed to Klesnikov to load. So we don't know if we're loading today or in 2 days from now.
But we know we have tomorrow off.
We likely have part of tomorrow off. We'll see. We might get a Klesnikov to a Calgary run or something like that too. Who knows? So we're kind of in limbo. Yeah, dispatch does a really good job of trying to get us home for holidays. So
That's what they're trying to do.
if they get me home, they get me home. If they don't, they don't. This is looking icy here, so I'm going to slow down. I don't know if it's -1 out, and I'm seeing no spray off of this. This is solid ice. Okay.
Really ran into this section earlier.
Yeah, this is solid ice. It's like it was all of a sudden getting wetter and wetter looking. It's like, wait a minute. Take it a little easy on this wet stuff here, so I don't think it's wet. So yeah, I have no idea if we're getting a load today or in 2 days from now. But we're a couple hours from home, so we'll head to the border. We're about 3.5 hours from the border.
I should have found my way to a Hobby Lobby.
You could have conned your way into a Hobby Lobby, well, unless we're loading today.
I know.
If all of a sudden we get a message we're not loading today, and we're still in the U.S., might stop at a Omac Walmart or something like that, but we'll see. I suspect we're going to get a Klesnikov load, but we'll see. That's my instinct is gonna go to Klesnikov and get a load there, but
So I didn't even think about that. I mentioned. Since I didn't really think about this enough until I mentioned.
I didn't think of Klesnikov until Jess mentioned it. It's like, yes, that is a really good option.
You say your Albert was good at Albert was good at. Oh, and you're down.
All roads lead to Klesnikov, right? Yeah.
Such a mild winter.
It is a very mild winter. So mild. If we get a big snowstorm and it all melts. Let's see, Jess is looking at the call come because a message just popped in.
No idea yet.
No idea of yet. So I asked if I was loading on the 2nd or not. The response is no idea as of yet. Basically, I'm an open book right now. I will be loading in Canada. That's all we know right now.
Normally, some drivers have to know, but we're just like,
It does annoy me. I like to know. I like to. I like planning. I live on planning and figuring out stuff, where and what I'm doing. But I also see their point. It's holidays. So hard to find loads. Everybody's going to be closed today. A lot of places will be running half days today if they're open at all. So it's not easy to get loads. Not easy to get loads. Which means a smaller paycheck, but it also means more time off to enjoy life too, so. Sent an email in that I don't have my IFTA sticker for 2019. Apparently they're not going to get those until a couple of weeks into 2019. I don't know what that means. Are we allowed to run in the US for a little while? Is there some kind of leeway that we're allowed to run in the US a little while without the IFTA sticker? Or do we not do any US runs? Looking less slippery here. Actually see some sections that are a little drier, and then a little ahead also I see some shiny sections again, so gotta be careful. It's a beautiful morning though. Okanagan Little Mountains. I'd like to thank all of you guys that have been dropping in lots of comments. Much appreciate those. Give me some feedback about roads you guys like to see more, and ask lots of questions. Bless you. And a lot of the questions are simple questions that I don't bother explaining because I just assume everybody knows when it's a trucking thing, and of course not everybody knows. It's like, right. Like someone asked if we have to pay every time we go through a scale, a weigh station. It's like, negative. We never pay to go through a scale that's open. If the scale is open, we are forced to go into it every single time, loaded or empty. If we're empty, we very often can do the little bypass and don't have to actually weigh in. But we never have to pay. There's no fee for pulling into the scale. The only time we have to pay a fee if we have a defect. If all of a sudden they pull me over and go, hey, you're overweight, I have to pay a fine for that. If they pull me over and they do a full inspection and they find I'm missing a brake, or one of my brakes is too worn out, or I have a tire that's worn out, I'll get a fine for that, and they will park me there until it's repaired on site if it's a out of service defect. So there's a ranking of different defects. If I have a light out, not a big deal. If I have one headlight out, not a big deal. It's not even a ticket. If I have both headlights out, they park me and don't let me go anywhere. If I have my tail lights out, they will park me and won't let me go anywhere. If I have a single tire that is below 1/32, I get parked and they won't let me go anywhere. Stuff like that. And if I'm a little bit overweight, I'll get a ticket and they'll send me along the way. If I'm way over ticket, they will park me there until I am underweight. I have to get some kind of forklift on scene or crane on scene to unload it. I do my darndest to run 100% legal. I don't feel comfortable pushing that envelope. I want to go right to the edge, but I don't want to push it. I don't want to go over. There's guys that always run a little bit overweight, a little bit like, nope, that's not me. I don't feel comfortable doing that.
Where's your job bonus?
Yeah, any tickets I get would go onto my driver's record. It would hurt my I guess it's a work performance bonus at my company. It would also hurt my, if I all of a sudden decided to leave this company and work for someone else, they would look on my record and go, hey, you've got all these tickets here, we're going to hire someone else.
So when you apply for jobs,
Yeah, whenever you apply for a job, they always ask for the driver's record printout. So companies want to know what kind of driving record you have.
for it to be emailed so you get that directly from government to them. Yeah. Same with why you have to be careful when you're our pickup too. That's it.
Oh yeah, even if I'm driving with my personal vehicle, if I'm speeding with my personal vehicle, my company has a policy that they have to know about this. That also goes on my driving record, and other people might not hire me if I have a speeding ticket. So if I got a speeding ticket or some kind of ticket in my personal vehicle, the company will know about it. It's part of the policy. If you sign up, you agree to that policy. So if I get a ticket for whatever, for speeding or impaired driving or an accident, all of that, that is so weird looking. Oh, it's the plow. I'm like, just looks so weird. Any kind of ticket or accident on my personal time, my personal vehicle. I think most trucking companies have that in their policy that you have to inform them within 24 hours. So if you get like an impaired driving in your personal vehicle, sorry, you no longer work for the company. That is somebody they do not want working for them. If you can't make that decision, then you're not safe to be driving a $1 million truck.
Like that's for the professional or your job title.
Yeah, the professional driver part of professional applies to the my whole life, not just while I'm working. It's interesting, that flashing light on top, just to grab your attention. Yeah, it looks like we got a slow traveler ahead of us. Beautiful landscape. Sorry if there's some splatter on the windscreen. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave you guys here. If all of a sudden I find out what's going on and it's worth another video, I'll shoot another video. If not, I'll see you guys either tomorrow or the day after. I don't know if I'll see you guys tomorrow, but for sure the day after. So happy Monday and enjoy your week. So far I am. Not boring yet. Maybe 2019 will start boring. Maybe. Hopefully.